All right, top of the evening, everybody. My name is Adam Ringham. I'm a big leader of one of our groups and working here in Govvi. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a multi-seven-figure earner in network marketing. And basically how this video is going to work, I just want to bring to you the nuts and the bolts. I want to just lay it out for you straight up so you can get the information in about the first 20 to 30 minutes. I just want to give you the information, explain it to you. No sugarcoating it, no fluffing it up, no hype, no nothing. And then for about the last 10 minutes, I'd like to give you a personal perspective just because I've been around for a while, but I don't want to start that in the beginning of it. I just want to give everybody the nuts and bolts. And then if you feel like sticking around, we're going to be able to talk about some really cool stuff that I can't wait to share with you that's going to further expound upon this. But without further ado, let's basically get started here. So here we are, we have Govvi. This is going to be our opportunity overview. We are going to cover not only what the product is, how it works, but we're also going to explain the rewards program for if you still feel the need to share and want to increase your own personal abundance and be able to bless other people along with yourself. So let's go through this and let's see what we've got. Govvi is not the first to market. We are the best to market. So fuel catalysts have been around since their invention in 1978. They were All right, top of the evening, everybody. My name is Adam Ringham. I'm a big leader of one of our groups and working here in Govvi. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a multi-seven-figure earner in network marketing. And basically how this video is going to work, I just want to bring to you the nuts and the bolts. I want to just lay it out for you straight up so you can get the information in about the first 20 to 30 minutes. I just want to give you the information, explain it to you. No sugarcoating it, no fluffing it up, no hype, no nothing. And then for about the last 10 minutes, I'd like to give you a personal perspective just because I've been around for a while, but I don't want to start that in the beginning of it. I just want to give everybody the nuts and bolts. And then if you feel like sticking around, we're going to be able to talk about some really cool stuff that I can't wait to share with you that's going to further expound upon this. But without further ado, let's basically get started here. So here we are, we have Govvi. This is going to be our opportunity overview. We are going to cover not only what the product is, how it works, but we're also going to explain the rewards program for if you still feel the need to share and want to increase your own personal abundance and be able to bless other people along with yourself. So let's go through this and let's see what we've got. Govvi is not the first to market. We are the best to market. So fuel catalysts have been around since their invention in 1978. They received a Nobel Prize for their groundbreaking fuel economy improvements, their ability to help engines burn clean, last longer while reducing emissions by up to 70% or more. So this technology is nothing new. It has been around for a very long time. There's actually been 6 Nobel Prizes in chemistry awarded around organometallic technology. Govvi just happens to have one of the best, that we work with a company that has been around for a long time with a spotless record and happens to have one of the best products on the entire market. So Govvi fuel tabs are a 5th generation fuel catalyst backed by a 1973 prize in chemistry won by Jeffrey Wilkinson and Ernst Otto Fischer. So I apologize, I've got to just get everybody admitted into here. So it's a revolutionary fuel catalyst that changes the molecular structure of fuel molecules to make them smaller, uniform, and burn more efficiently and more completely so there's no carbonization or carbon residue, and you get more power to the engine. It's formulated to reduce your vehicle's fuel consumption, resulting in more miles per gallon and saving you money every single time that you fill up. It's also designed to clean your engine, reduce knocking, and lower emissions so we can all do our part to help better the environment. So what it does is it creates an acceleration of fuel burning at the time of combustion. It reduces the peak temperature of the cylinder, increasing the life of the engine, creates a unique catalytic cover on the combustion surfaces of the engine. It increases the octane or cetane level of the fuel. It increases the power, the performance, reduces emissions and smoke exhaust, cleans the engine and prevents carbonization, and keeps valve injectors and oxygen sensors clean. Kind of what this means is, I'm just going to simplify it and break this down in a much easier way. Long story short, when your engine burns gasoline or diesel or whatever, fossil fuel that it runs on, it doesn't burn all of it. The science video, when they did it, it's kind of akin to baking a cake. When you turn your oven on to 500 degrees and you stick the cake in, you burn the whole outsides of you burn the outsides of the cake while the inside of the cake is still basically raw. What Govvi does is it's kind of like turning the oven temperature down to 350. And when you put the cake in, it doesn't even burn across the whole thing. Basically, what the Govvi fuel catalyst is doing is allowing your gas to burn completely, because most gas, when we burn it, despite all the advancements in technology that we have, we really kind of only burn about 80% of the fuel just due to the limitations of the fuel that we have. This is just what works, right now. There's people who haven't cared all that much because gas wasn't all that expensive. So this technology has been around for quite a while, and we get it from a manufacturer that's been in business for 15 plus years. And this business has basically worked with commercial fleet vehicles exclusively, and they use it for a number of different reasons. Number one is because of the increased fuel economy. When you're running giant sets of fleet vehicles or, $500,000 to multi-million-dollar pieces of equipment, the more money that you can save as a big business, that adds up over time, especially on the fuel costs. Number two, the big thing is they then, if they're burning the fuel more completely, the engine stays cleaner, so it runs better and lasts longer. If you've got a multi-million-dollar piece of equipment, or if you've got fleet vehicles, the longer you can make your vehicles last and have to pay less maintenance fees, that adds up for big companies. It also reduces emissions. So the EPA looks favorable on these, and you can say, we're doing our part to help the environment. And so why hasn't this been in the commercial world before? The consumer world. The reason it's not been in the consumer world is gas was not expensive enough that anybody cared. That's all. Basically, did you care about about this whatsoever when gas was $1.50 or $2 a gallon? No, because it wasn't that big a deal. Now that it's more expensive than that, this becomes a product that really fills a need for a lot of people. Molecular behavior of petroleum and oil derivatives, both gasoline and diesel. Basically, if you have a combustion engine, this product works inside of it. Oil and its derivatives, gas and diesel, tend to behave in a very unstable manner inside the combustion chamber. The fuel doesn't burn completely. This molecular instability causes formation of solid residues called oxide due to the acid process in the combustion chamber. This acid process results in carbonization, and because the oxides are resistant to high temperatures, the carbonized ore adheres to the metals in the various components of the engine. So this is an important note. Basically, you get a carbon byproduct in any petrol, gasoline, diesel combustion engine that runs on fossil fuel. Because the fuel is not burning completely, we get an oxidative process that basically leaves carbonization deposits in the engine. So this acid process resistance oxidation, this oxidation process will cause the engine of your vehicle to consume more fuel, pollute the environment more, increase preventative and corrective maintenance costs, and lose power. This happens because you get carbonization of spark plugs. The spark plugs don't fire as efficiently because they're gummed up. You get the clogging of oil, gasoline filters. You get damage to oxygen sensors because they get gummed up. You get loss of engine compressions. You get an increase in pollution gases. You get higher fuel consumption because your engine isn't burning the fuel completely. Then you get more frequent oil changes, and you get increased engine temperature. So the 1973 Nobel Prize in Govvi goes from the unstable to the stable. In the simplest terms, Wilkinson and Fisher managed to formulate a stable molecule in a metal element in the middle of two carbon elements connected to the hydrogen chains. The Govvi formulation acts on exposed carboxyl compound branches that are acidic and attracted to the Govvi's tablet oxide to initiate a dehydration process. The dehydration process produces a molecule of water, which decomposes at high temperatures, releasing a molecule of carbon dioxide. This eliminates the links in the aromatic change and has a reversible effect on carbon deposits. What does this mean? It means it increases your octane number by 5. For me, I've got a 700 horsepower Jeep Trackhawk. I have to use 91 octane fuel in it because it can't run on you wouldn't put 87 in that, you just can't. So because it increases the octane number by 5, if I add this little pill that if you buy it in bulk, you can get about $3, If I put that little $3 pill that I bought in bulk into my engine or into my gas tank before I fill up, I can now use 87 instead of 91. I save almost $1 a gallon out the gate. That means I save almost 20 bucks at every fill up by using this roughly $3 pill that I bought. That's what, and this is before the fuel economy increase. I don't get great gas mileage. So if I can get more gas mileage, if I can save some money, to me, this is giant value. It also reduces the toxic gas emissions up to 85% in my car. If I get on it, I can smell that the engine is not burning all of the fuel. This is just physics. So this decarbonizes carbon residue, leaving a catalytic varnish on the engine, AKA we have just cleaned your engine, is basically what's going on and what this product does. It just makes it cleaner so it runs better and it burns the fuel more efficiently. Organometallic technology is based on 6 different Nobel Prizes in chemistry. In July of 2015, Govvi technology was approved in Mexico by the IMP, which is the Mexican Petroleum Institute. The Department of Defense and the aerospace industry in the United States have used organometallic technology for over 30 years. This technology is provided to these federal organizations in the United States that comes from the same laboratory that manufactures the tablet for Govvi. Tests totaling over 400 million miles have been conducted in the United States. Does it work? Yes. Is it safe? Yes. Does it reduce emissions? Yes. Those are your 3 simple ones. So this Govvi tablet technology has been in operation since summer of 2010 in the United States. As of now, there is no record of product returns. The tablet has caused no damage to any engines and has not damaged the environment whatsoever. There are no lawsuits on record in the United States. The laboratory that manufactures Govvi products is regulated by the EPA, and therefore it represents a symbol of guarantee that we can reduce pollution. What does this do? That means you save money, we save the environment, because Govvi fuel tabs reduce CO2 emissions by up to 85%, and that reduces your consumption of diesel exhaust fluid in diesel engines. I have heard some very interesting stories so far. I don't have any personally, but that truckers are able to use less diesel exhaust fluid because their emissions go down. This saves money then twofold. It saves it about 3-4-fold. Because now you're saving on diesel exhaust fluid, you're saving on maintenance and wear and tear, and you're saving on your fuel economy as well. There really isn't a downside to this unless you are big oil. There's the science of it. It's far more complicated than I made it, but we can still break it down to the nuts and bolts that it basically just makes your fuel in your engine burn completely. So instead of burning 80% of the fuel that's in there and you get left with a bunch of leftover residues and oxides and carbon deposits, it just burns it closer to, like, say 99%. Each engine's going to differ. So don't quote me on how much, but it makes the fuel burn more completely. So this way you don't have money going out your exhaust pipe because due to limitations in physics, we're not burning all of the fuel in your car. This is basically how it works. And when that happens, your engine runs better, it lasts longer, and there's less emissions. Everybody basically besides big oil is a winner. So that basically concludes the science portion of it, that if you want to learn more about it, you can go to Govvi's website. Down at the bottom of it, they've got not only all the frequently asked questions, but they've got some of the science documentation that's going to be there. They're having a lot more coming out in the future. There's just only so much we can do at one given time. So this kind of concludes the science of it. Is what is it? How does it work? Is it safe? Does it work? And has it been around for a while? Yeah, it's been around for a long time. Just nobody cared until now. So now becomes the second half of the presentation of the Govvi opportunity. So the Govvi experience is different, and I like this because it's not traditional network marketing. It's a company that's kind of built to suit your vision. And for me, I have really high expectations and standards. I am not going to work with something that the people are not extremely professional and everything is well done. Like, if you're telling me you've got a great product, but you've got a garbage website, there's inconsistencies, meaning your product is probably not all that great. There's limitations in your consciousness, and I will address those. But we've got a clean e-commerce site for the everyday consumer, basically meaning it looks like you're shopping on Amazon. It's easy to navigate. We've got a squeeze page direct to the consumer. It's got a mileage calculator. This is coming, the mileage calculator app, and the checkout has never been easier. So we're professional, as you can tell from the images and the slides that I'm using. This is professional. This is top notch. This looks and is a legitimate company. There's a rewards plan that I personally am thrilled with because it reaches not only a large promoter like myself who loves to really take this seriously and invest as much of their time as possible into making it the maximum success. But even somebody who just wants to casually share it can really do well. Not only are they saving money every time that they put this into their tank, they get it back in the mileage, but it's easy to share. There's no stress, there's no pressure, and the rewards for just the average person sharing are pretty great. Plus we have global shipping that we're getting into over a dozen countries like most fast and hurry. We're already in, God, I don't know how many, 20 something. By the time this video is, 2 weeks older than it is now, it's going to be more than that. So there's 7 different ways to get paid, and I'll break them down really simply after I read the definitions. We got a customer reward, first time order reward, Govvi life reward, 2-team reward, the binary, the sponsor matching reward, the generational matching reward, and the global bonus reward. Try not to let this go over your head because I'm going to really simplify it. I want to make it very, very easy for you. You got a customer bonus. You can either buy the product one time for slightly more expensive or go on a subscription and get it for cheaper. This is a very common thing right now. People are very used to this. So if you as a promoter or a distributor, these words are kind of used interchangeably, is you as a promoter, you share your link, you send it to your buddy, say, hey, you got to try this out. You got a track hawk like Adam, you'll save, like I'm going to end up saving, God, I don't know how much money, maybe up to $200 on a gas tank with the way gas prices are right now by paying $25 for this thing. I'm making up numbers that are kind of mine, but I save a lot of money when I do it. So buddy comes along, says, hey, you got this really cool car, gets bad gas mileage, you got to buy 91, just pick up some of this stuff. They buy it one time, say, you know what, I'm going to buy it at the $35 one-time pricing instead of the $25 subscription. That extra $10 goes straight to your paycheck because they didn't want to do the subscription. They bought it one time. You get that difference. So there's a 25 and 35, a 50 and 65, and 100 and 130. That's the 3 splits between subscription and retail. If somebody buys the $130 one time instead of going on subscription and getting it for $100, you pocket that $30, and all the commissionable volume, all the CV goes into the lesser pay leg for your 2-team pay, which is your binary. Basically, you not only get paid the difference, but you get paid the volume. The first order reward on the $99 or more, you earn 35% of the CV in the first order for each promoter or distributor that comes in, and 35 CV goes into basically your binary that's coming up. So the first time someone signs up, says, yeah, hey, I'm going to do this. I want to be a promoter. I want to share it with my friends and family. I want them to save money. I want to steal from big oil. If they buy the $99 pack or bigger, you get 35% of that CV come straight out. And then 35% of the CV goes into your binary pay. We have a Govvi life bonus. This one is required where you've got to purchase either the $50 or the $100 pack to be able to be part of this. What it is, basically, you can earn up to a monthly bonus of $700 by purchasing the 50 or 100. And then when you hire when you sponsor different promoters or distributors that do the same thing. So if I come in, I say, hey, I got 2 friends. They want to save money. They want to tell people, and they want to earn a little bit of a kickback for extra grocery money or buying organic versus non-organic. I bring in 2 of those promoters, and each one of them says, yeah, I got 2 friends that want to do this. Come on, let's rock here. If you do that, you have 2 people and each one of them has 2 other people that they know that wants to do this, you make either $50 or $100 extra bonus. $50 if you're on the $50 pack, $100 if you're in the $100 pack, and then depending on which one that they want to get. Well, after that happens, that's pretty easy to do. Usually like by day 1, you're able to talk to a couple of people saying, hey, you want to save money on gas? You want to tell your friends about it, make some money back? Yeah, right now, this is so easy. Everybody wants to save money on gas. So after you bring in your 2 people that want to work with you and they each have 2 people, then naturally you each bring in 1 more. Well, now your bonus goes up to $150 or even $300. Well, okay, cool. So that happened. Let's do 1 more. You get a 4x4. Like I have 4 different people that want to promote this with me and they each have 4 people. You get a monthly bonus of $250 to $500 all the way up to a 5x5 that this is just the bonus is up to $700. Now, you're also going to get paid on top of that as well. These other bonuses we talked about up ahead of time, like the first time promoter bonus, you're going to get some of those as well. So breaking this down, I come from a network marketing background. If I have 30 different basically people that are actively working the business with me, if I've got 30 people, I'm used to about $150 commission with 30 active people in my team. And I'm also used to having to spend $250 plus shipping to be able just to get my paycheck. That's not the case here with this. If you've got about 30 people, which is the 5x5, if everybody's on the $100 pack coming in, you're making about $1,000 roughly by the time all the bonuses are done. Even if everybody's doing the 50, pack, you're still making around the $500 or so by the time everything is said and done. There isn't another network marketing company that you can have that few of people and that kind of a paycheck. Now is where it gets really exciting, because this is more my cup of tea. The other bonuses are great though, because this one is awesome for the person that just wants to casually share it, saying, hey, you know what? I can easily connect with a few people and make an extra $1,000 a month. That covers a lot of stuff for me. I don't want to go much more than that. That's okay. Wherever you're at, or wherever the person is at that wants to do it, wherever they're comfortable, that's okay. That's their business. That's what they want to do with themselves. Myself personally, though, I love getting into these next parts of it, because we got a 2-team reward. Basically, here's what you're going to do for your rules of how you become successful with this. You, number 1, share your link. And you, number 2, balance your 2 legs. Every single person that comes into your organization as a promoter or the customer volume is going to fall into one of 2 legs, a left leg and a right leg. All you do in the morning is you wake up, you take 10 seconds and you say, which leg is stronger, the left leg or the right leg? Whichever one is weaker is the one I'm getting paid on, between 10% and 20%. That means all I do is I build the weaker leg. There is no, like, people have to qualify at different ranks and you've got to have like 5 legs and 12 across, and then each one of those has to, all of that is just gone. So you don't have to worry about it. I love this, because the less I look at my back office, the more time I'm out helping people and helping them succeed and finding more people who want to talk about this product and use it. I love that part of it. Now, the sponsor bonus, this is where it starts to get to be a lot of fun. This is why I said, number 1, share your link. Anybody that you bring in as a promoter, at the end of the week, whatever their binary check is, this is your binary, the 2-team reward, the 2 legs, you get paid off your smaller one, 10 to 20% off the weaker leg. When you bring somebody in and they come in and they start doing the business, start doing whatever else, whatever their paycheck is at the end of the week for their binary, every person you've directly sponsored, you get 20% of that. So let's say I bring in somebody who makes $1,000 at the end of the week for everything that they've done. I get an extra bonus check of $200 because I help them become successful. Love that. And I myself personally, I sponsor a lot of people. So this one adds up that, let's pretend in, and we're going to use these numbers and keep going because we're going to go to the sponsor bonus. The first level is 20%. You then get paid down 4 more levels for a total of 5, 4 more levels at 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%. So here's the thing. Let's say this is a very realistic number. I brought in my first couple of weeks, I brought in 100 promoters. I'm just going to round it to that. It's fairly accurate. In about 2 weeks, I did about 100 promoters. Every one of those 100 people that I brought in and I personally sponsored, I shared my link with, at the end of every single week, whatever their binary check is, this 2 left leg, binary check, left leg, right leg, whatever their binary check is off 100 people, I get an extra 20% bonus of all of that. And even at the beginning, that's going pretty well. So, but let's break it down. Let's go down smaller. Let's say I did 5. I brought in 5 people that came in and wanted to be a promoter with me directly underneath me that used my link. I brought in 5 people. Okay, so there's 5 people that come in. Well, we now go down 4 more levels after that. So let's say those 5 people each talk to 5 people. I'm just talking small numbers. Those 5 people talk to 5 people. I'm up to 25 people on the second level. 10% of whatever those the binary paychecks are from that second level comes back to me as a bonus check. So I got 5 people I'm being paid 20% on, and then I got 25 people that I'm being paid 10% of whatever their weekly binary check is. Okay, so we're just down to that second level. At the third level, let's say each one of those 25 people, they bring in 5 people. They say, we got 5 other, each one of them says, I know 5 people that want to do this. And they want to save people a bunch of money. They want to give back. They want to steal from big oil. I love their attitude. So these 25 people each say, I got 5 people. Here they come in. So I'm just talking like 5. I'm not talking huge numbers. I'm just talking 5 people. So the 5 people bring in, they've got 25 they bring in. Those 25 each talk to 5 people, and they've got 5 that say, hey, yeah, I want to be part of it. That's 125 people now that I'm getting 10% of, on top of the 25 people I'm getting 10% of, on top of the 5 people I'm getting 20% at. So, okay, I started with only 5 people. This goes down. I'm getting paid on that. Well, now we're going to go down to the next level. Each one of those 125 people goes and talks to 5 people, saying, hey, if you got 5 people that want to go save people money and steal from big oil, oh, heck yeah, I do. 5 times, what's 5 times 125? 625 people. So we're down to the 4th level now. I've got 625 people at the end of the week, whatever their binary check is, I get 10% of it. On those 625 people, then I got 125 people I'm getting 10% of. Then I got 25 people I'm getting 10% of. I got 5 people I'm getting 20%. So let's say each one of those 120 or 625 people says, yeah, I got 5 people. We're just doing small numbers here. I got 5 people, they want to go out and they want to take money from big oil and give it back to the public. Well, whatever 625 is times 5, so we got 3,000, let's just say 3,250 people. I'm just rounding quick, I'm sorry. Each one of those people at the end of every single week, whatever their binary check is, I get a 10% bonus of that. On top of the 625 people, I get a 10% bonus. On top of the 125 people, I get a 10% bonus. On top of the 5 people, I get a 20% bonus. This all happened from just me talking to just 5 people. It scales out that many times down if we really only look at small numbers, 5 people. So if you start saying, I'm going to do way more than 5 people, like I did, I've had 100 people at least right now that I personally sponsored. Take that number 5 and magnify it a whole lot. I'm not doing this to brag up me. I'm saying if you apply yourself, I want you to look at the possibilities of where this can go, because how many people need to save money on gas? 95 out of 100. This adds up fast, especially if you're listening to this call in the next couple of weeks here. You're in at kind of the beginning of the company when the market is not saturated. It's not going to be saturated for months or even years at this point, because there's probably 2 billion people on the planet that want this product every single month to be able to save money on gas. That's where this gets fun, where you go from not just your binary, but when you start matching the sponsor bonus, meaning all the people you've directly enrolled, and then the generational check match. We talked of, if I just talked to 5 people, how that can turn into 3,250 people. On that level, plus 625, plus 125, that I'm getting 10% of every single one of those as well. This part of the comp plan excites me more because I'm a bit of a go-getter. I like to be motivated, and I personally, this opportunity is serious, and I want to take it seriously and be successful with it. We also get a global pool bonus. Superstars and above, when you achieve X amount of rank, which is not very hard to do. Superstars and above get a global sharing bonus that when you're a qualified superstar, basically 2% of the total CV of the entire company goes into a pool, and it's divided out to everybody every week. That 2% pool of all the volume of the entire company gets paid out to the people that reach this rank. So it's an extra bonus on top of it. So this sort of kind of cuts down, or this comes to the engine of how does the compensation plan work. It's really pretty easy of share your link and balance your 2 legs. That's how you maximize the comp plan. But also what you do is just, number 1, get started by purchasing qualified package of 50 or 100 bucks. Step number 2, find 2 to 5 people that understand this opportunity, that they can look around and say, yeah, I want to share this. I want to save people money on gas. I want to steal from big oil. They can afford it. That's not that terribly difficult to do. And then you just teach everybody to step 1 and 2. It's called network marketing, where all of us have a network. All of us have a network of people right now that want to save money on gas. Whatever percentage of it is that would like to share that and make money from it as well. I can't tell you how many that is in your network. In mine, I have quite a few, and I'm going to go find as many people as possible. I literally walk down the street or in the mall handing out business cards. Want to save money on gas, want to save money on gas, want to save money on gas. I got a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old run around and say, want to save money on gas, handing cards to people. And I watch them look at what's on it and say, hey, save up to X amount of fuel on your, so they keep it. They don't just throw it away. They actually look at it and say, wait a second, I want to save money on gas. So that concludes basically the end of the presentation on, let me just pin my video here for just a sec. That concludes, there's the opportunity overview. If you just wanted the nuts and bolts, there it is. However, I'd like to spend about 10 minutes of your time, if you'd stick around with me, just to talk about realistically the opportunity. I don't say this just to brag, but I'm a multi-7-figure earner in network marketing. I've made a lot of money from doing it. I enjoy it. I'm very good at it. I actually walked away from it because I got tired of a whole bunch of the stuff. One of the biggest things that bothered me was I didn't like that people in a lot of companies, they have to spend $250 a month just to get a paycheck. That's just artificially inflating company volume and making people spend money and then making it so they have to work to X amount if they want to be successful. With this company, remember that generational bonuses that I talked about, the 5 people, the 125, or the 25 people, the 125, the 625, and the 3250. You can get all of the commissions on all of that spending only 25 bucks a month, meaning your average family, they'll use about $25 worth of product. They'll get $100, $200 back roughly, you know, could be anywhere in there. They're going to get money back. This is the only product on the market that when you use it, you get money back. I don't cost families money when they buy this product. I give families money back. I take money from Big Oil every time somebody buys this. And if they use it, they get money back. Big Oil loses money. It's a Robin Hood thing of I'm stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. So the value is there that this product, when you use it, you get money back. And it feels even better that I'm stealing from Big Oil. The other thing that's looking at is this changes the whole network marketing thing. I love that there's only one product to learn. It's not that difficult. It's really easy to say, do you want to save money on gas? When I did network marketing, for a lot of it, I talked to 100 people. 5 of those 100 people were interested. And from those 5, I didn't have to convince those 5 of saying, well, here's every ingredient in it. Here's how it works, who can benefit from it. Here's how you use it. And what are the things you have to pair it with? This isn't the case with this. It's, do you want to save money on gas? Cool, listen to the fuel tank, here we go. It's that much easier. So when I put this in front of 100 people, 95 people are interested. And they're real interested. They don't need me to oversell it. You want to save money on gas, gets you up to 20% better fuel economy or more. For me, I saved 20 bucks straight out the gate being able to use 87 instead of 91. I win like without even a fuel mic. I could lose fuel economy. I'm still going to save money, but I'm not gonna, especially once you start, like if you start seeing the testimonials, they're great. So the other thing that's going to happen too, because in the network marketing industry, when people's expendable budget or their free budget starts to go away, one of the number one things on the chopping block is usually the husband comes in and says, listen, honey, I get you're trying to build an online business, but you're spending 250 bucks a month. We got all this product laying around and everything else. You're not making any money. Got to be done with it. This is the cool part though with this business. For men, this makes a lot of sense. This is numbers. It's nuts and bolts. It's just a logic. The way the masculine brain works is very logic and numbers based. And I'm generalizing, don't get me wrong, but that's still kind of how men work. They're like, what do the numbers look like? Yeah, there's plenty of women that do that too, but this is one of the few businesses that both men and women can come in and look at this and say, we can work this as a team. We can work this together, because the guy's going, God, this makes sense. You know, like this is cars. This is my sort of thing. Is it? It's generalization. But then the women who have the network marketing experience who've been doing the other ones can say, hey, honey, we can be successful with this one. I spend 10 times less than I was spending to get my paycheck. Plus, when I use this product, it gives me money back. We're saving a lot of money here right out the gate, and building my business does not make me go broke. Every single person nearly that I talk to is a customer close to. There's tons of people that want to share this. They're like, wait, it's that easy? Yes, you just share your little website link. When people buy from it, the money comes back to you. You can build a team if you're good at it. I try to do everything for you. I've got a business builder group that I do marketing and graphics and videos. The company's doing the exact same thing. I bring all the training in. I keep everybody updated. I've got 1-page double-sided flyers. I've got trifold brochures. I've got 8-page brochures. I've got business card templates. I've got a digital assistant that if you can't, I want your stuff to look professional, that if you're not computer savvy, will help get in your link for you into your business cards, your brochures, your flyers, your trifolds, to make sure it looks good. We can turn it into your website into a QR code for you. I take care of all that stuff for you because I want everybody to succeed no matter what level they're at. I want this to be the easy button, because it is. It's supposed to be. This is supposed to be, you want to save money on gas? Yeah, I do. That's about all the harder it should be. Well, what do I do? Well, you put this in your tablet, runs $3 to $5, depending on how much you buy. You can get this amount of savings. They go, oh, that's all the harder it's supposed to be. And then when you start building a business, I bring all the tools to make it really easy for you. Plus, the company has done a great job. They are bringing in some of the best marketing. Their website looks great. Their videos, unbelievable. I have not had a network marketing company that was ever like, even these guys put this together in a very short amount of time and did a better job than some of the companies I was with for 3 years. And they still didn't have the things done that these guys do. So this is exciting. I want everyone to just, if you will, for just a moment, just pause and think about this opportunity. Imagine if you took it seriously, what your life could look like. It doesn't matter where you're at, like how good you are, what kind of network you have. I'm just asking, if you took this seriously, where could you find yourself in 3 months, in 6 months, in 9 months, in a year, in 2 years? How much different could your life look if you took it seriously, especially when nearly everything's been done for you? All you have to do is say, you want to save money on gas? Oh, here you go. You want to make some money sharing it with your friends? Come on, we got you covered. That's simple, because it's the neat part about this. This is just fun, because I don't have to sit and try to, if somebody doesn't, if they're not interested, I'm like, cool, see you later, no big deal. I think like the very next person behind you is probably going to be interested. I'll go walk and talk to them. This is just fun. This is easy. This is something my wife and I can both do together. This is something I don't go broke building a business. I don't have to ask other people to go broke building a business. This stuff is beautiful too, and it works and it's safe. It does not get much better than this. If you were looking for that opportunity, I pretty much guarantee you, until we get to magically float away to Eden or wherever else it is, that when the time comes, you know, Jesus comes down and says, well done, my faithful servant, you're out of here. This is about as good an opportunity as you're going to get until then, because this is the easiest sell to anybody, that you're not even selling anything. I'm selling, I want to give you money back. I don't want to take money from you. I want to give it back. I want to take it from big oil. I'm cool with that. I have no problem talking about this all day long, knowing they're the people that suffer. That is awesome in my world. I have no shame, no guilt, no regret, and no hesitation saying, how much can I screw big oil in whatever way that I can and help save some families some money and help them earn some money. That's just where I'm at in the network marketing. This is just honesty. I don't want to oversell it to you, but these are just facts. And this is where I'm at. And wherever you're at, I want you to sit and take an honest question of, where are you at and where could you be if you wanted to really take this seriously? And even when you take it seriously, this is still fun. How many people can you imagine, and be serious, be real with yourself, how many people, if you went up to them and said, do you want to save money on gas, would say, nah, I'm not worried about it? The person that answers that, I want to go ask them what they do for a job. Be like, okay, if you don't care about the gas prices, I want to know what you do for a job, because I want to do that. That's my thoughts. So everybody, I hope this has been an informative meeting. I hope it's been fun. I hope I haven't been too long-winded. I'm right on track for kind of where I wanted to be. So if you have any questions, get with the person that invited you to this call. Make sure you just get a hold of them, ask them, get their link, whatever the next steps are. I'm happy to help you. If everybody that comes on the team is like a gigantic family, whatever you need, I just want to make your day and your job sharing easier and make you successful. So thank you everybody for your time tonight. I really, really appreciate it. I understand you're not going to get this 38 minutes or so back. So the fact that you spent it with me, I appreciate it. You guys have the very best night. Thanks for coming on, and I appreciate you a ton.